Hey co-reporters, another story coming out of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise. According to The Sun, Lisa Vanderpump is really trying to get back on to the show now that she sees that her show's underserved and Vanderpump Dogs are just not bringing in the ratings the way that she thought that they would. And let's not forget about Vanderpump Rules. This woman really has 3 shows. 2 of them are on Peacock Network and 1 is still on Bravo, but none of them are performing all that well. And so Lisa apparently feels as though she needs to be back on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in order to boost up the ratings for her other shows, or just in case her other shows ultimately do end up getting canceled. She will still have that relevancy not only for herself, but also for her charities and for her restaurants. That doesn't mean that she's willing to get back onto the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for just anything, though. According to The Sun, Lisa's main stipulation to coming back on the show is that she refuses to make less money than her former best friend, Kyle Richards. When Lisa left the show, she was making anywhere between $750,000 up to $1 million. And it's now been said that that is what Kyle Richards is bringing in because she's been a day 1 housewife and has not taken a single season off. And here we are headed into season 12. So that's 12 years of Kyle Richards on this show. Erica Girardi's financial earnings from the show were recently leaked. She was making $600,000 and she's been on the show for about half the span of time that Kyle's been on. So it only makes sense that Kyle would be making more than that. In fact, I'm surprised that Kyle isn't making double that, right? Like at 1.2 million, but I digress. According to The Sun, that is something that Lisa is negotiating because that is where she left off at in her salary, anywhere between $750,000 and $1 million. And now she's saying, listen, I want to come back, but not for less than what Kyle is making. Guys, do you think that Lisa returning to the show would do much for the show at this point? I personally feel as though her ship has kind of sailed. Her relationship with so many of these women has already soured. We've got the Erica Girardi drama to focus on right now. Unless Lisa is looking to really join up with Sutton and Garcelle and go after Erica a little bit more and take her to task and poke holes in some of her stories, to me she's kind of useless at this point. But it kind of seems as though that is the way that she wants to align herself and that at least Garcelle is open to it. Remember, Garcelle did do a shout out saying that she wanted Lisa to come back onto the show. Lisa brought her to one of her Tom Tom events, which was also a benefit for Haiti, which is Garcelle's home country. So I am kind of seeing Garcelle and Lisa both plant the seeds and like build this sort of friendship that could work on the show. So for that reason, okay, maybe I'd accept her, but I really need her to fulfill this mission in order for me to welcome her back onto the show. My personal opinion of Lisa Vanderpump has soured based on her defense of Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Dowdy, both of whom were fired from Vanderpump Rules for racially harassing Faith Stowers, who was the only Black cast member of that show. So, you know, I don't want to see her come back for any old reason. You know what I mean? Only if she's going to fulfill the mission that I assigned to her. Guys, how do you feel about Lisa Vanderpump rejoining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Do you think she has a lot to offer? Can she really join up with Garcelle and Sutton and poke holes in Erica's stories? She does have a bone to pick with Erica, right? Because Erica did help in her takedown from the show. Kyle as well. So maybe she can go after Kyle and give Kyle a little bit of sweat for her paycheck, because Kyle has largely coasted through these 12 seasons, you know, and I think that she does need her day of reckoning as well. Maybe even Lisa Rinna could be on there. Garcelle dropped a bomb about Lisa Rinna on part 1 of the reunion special, claiming that someone told her, the internet is guessing that it's Kyle, that Lisa Rinna says that she doesn't like that Garcelle brings a racial component to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So perhaps Lisa can join in on that and, you know, poke some things going on in Lisa Rinna's life. What do you think about this? Does this have the makings of an iconic season 12? Well, here's the thing, by the way, you guys. Season 12 is set to start filming in a couple of days. Erica Girardi just signed on for the season. So I don't know that there's even time for Vanderpump to join in on this season. So maybe it's going to have to be season 13. But will the Erica news be old already and done and, you know, wrapped up by season 13? Only time will tell. Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.